on PC to run this fucking game. It's fine, Bash, don't worry. It's just, yeah, it's a big problem with Dead Space 3. Make a new save file. Alright. Doesn't have a cup holder. Let's go! I didn't start the time at the right point. I hate having computers that glow.
Alpha Niner, this is Whiskey 250. Alpha Niner, this is Whiskey 250. Serrano, do you read me?
Tim! Oh, thank God! Did you find it?
Find it. Doc, I'm not even sure what we're looking for.
Just follow the vehicle. I can't tell you anymore. Just get there. Do you hear me? You have to get there.
What?
It's lost.
What?
I turned off all the glowing stuff because I like to leave my. If I want to download something because my internet is really shitty, I'd usually have to leave my computer on overnight. Alright, Dead Space 3.
Okay, Tim. You can do this. Oh, he's dependent on you. You're a soldier, right? Right. Gun's not even light.
So this is Tim. We're not playing as Isaac right now. We're playing as Tim.
Hey, Doc, I found it.
Good.
This is set 200 years in the past or something.
Must be a way.
Oh, by the way, you can roll in this game, unlike, and rolling has iframes because we Dark Souls now. You'll still generally take damage if you roll through an attack, but you won't get affected by knockbacks or grabs.
Tim, where are you?
Hey, Doc, I'm hanging from a cliff. But I got whatever this is.
The codex. It's the key to saving everything. Meet me at the silo and don't for anyone.
Yeah, you don't want to roll everywhere because rolling is slower than just sprinting, but it's a really nice feature for speedrunning because you can use it to dodge grabs. And if anyone has been here for the past 2 runs, you've seen how annoying grabs can be. Okay, so Dead Space 1, S sucks as a speedrun. That's my opinion and the opinion of most people who run Dead Space games. Dead Space 3 is probably the best one, although its combat is really shitty. Like, the combat in Dead Space 3 is good, but because we're not upgrading anything, it gets really fucking, like, ridiculous. Dead Space 2 is a lot more focused on combat than 3, and a lot less focused on skips. So it depends on what you're looking for if you want. There's also less cutscenes in 2, so it's a mix-up between 2 and 3. And which one I prefer changes depending on the day of the month. So it's like, yeah, do you like lots of skips? Well, Dead Space 3's got that, but it's also got lots of cutscenes. It's like, okay, you can go for less cutscenes. There's still a bunch of cutscenes in Dead Space 2, but it's more combat focused and inventory management focused because you got to manage. If we do Dead Space at GDQ, would you choose to do 2 or 3? I would like to do 3, but more realistically 2 would probably get in. Just because there's less downtime in 2. Oh fuck, I almost split. I got a few more minutes to talk, there's still another cutscene yet. So we're cutting back to the present day now. Unitology is becoming a much bigger religion now that Danik, this guy, has become the face of the religion.
Isaac, I know you're there. Come on.
The funny thing to your if is I have no way of getting to a GDQ, and Dead Space 3 and 1? Question mark? I think 1 has been offered before and they both got rejected first round. To be fair though, the Dead Space 3 submission was a meme submission by someone who hadn't ran the game in over a year.
Get the fuck off. Answer me! Tim? Who the hell are you? Lift him up. Up! I don't have a lot of time, so I want to make this brief. I understand you're something of an expert on markers. You created...
Yeah, so these are some EarthGov soldiers.
Your government made me.
They found Isaac's hideout, and now they want him to help him destroy... They want us to help them destroy some markers.
I'm done with that. You find somebody else for your suicide mission. We did. Before we lost contact with her.
And then Isaac finds out that Ellie is actually part of their squad. So that's why Isaac comes and helps them, because he wants to see Ellie again.
Unitologists have breached the inner concourse. We can't hold them. Captain, run out of time. Gotta go. She's out there all alone, Isaac, and I can't help her unless you help me. Okay. Okay.
What are you supposed to talk about in the first 6 minutes? Explain the story. Explain what happened in Dead Space 1 and 2. That led up to this point.
Okay.
It's an online marathon, Vash. There is no guy on the couch.
How long has she been missing?
Another new feature added. You can crouch. Crouching is really cool. It enables some skips and stuff. It also
Last battalion, what do you mean?
it also enables you to crouch under doors to get under them quicker.
No more left.
That's all right. Go.
Yeah. My run didn't get into shots fired, unfortunately. So we start so a new feature of Dead Space 3 is human enemies. These are Unitologist soldiers and they don't like me being here. They also try and suicide. With a well-timed roll, like I just did, you can dodge the explosion from that suicide guy. And then... when his shot's fired? In a few weeks. No. I spoke to Shadex about it, and it wasn't... It was just... They has had a bunch of other runs. And they decided... And they just decided to run that stuff instead of Solus, so... It's okay. I'll be there to abuse Matt during his Dead Space 3 run. In retrospect, I should have submitted Dead Space 2, at least. But... I didn't think I'd be practicing the games and playing them beforehand.
Brother, this isn't just systematic slaughter. Oh, noted. Well, why topple the government? Why Earth go?
Danik blames them for experimenting with the markers. Thinks it's heresy.
So you can imagine what they think of you. Have you reached the extraction site yet?
I'm almost there.
Alright, so we meet up with Danik, which we did not want to do. We got shot to shit. So Danik, he's the leader of the Unitologists, and he is like the most Bond villain of characters you will ever fucking see. Alright, see ya Vash. Hope you enjoyed the stream.
There's something I'd like you to see. There. See that? It's a marker test lab. They're everywhere at all the major colonies and out. What do you want from me? As part of the marker test program, Isaac, you helped make them. And today, you of all people get to watch me set them free.
No. You'll kill everyone.
Death is only the beginning, Isaac. Nature must take its course, and I can't allow you or anyone else to stop that. Eyes forward, Isaac. Pay attention. And now it's time for you to join the cycle of rebirth.
Ugh. Alright, these are a new enemy type. They've already appeared in the prologue, but I'll explain them now. They're called wasters or fodder, depending on what source. They don't have any obvious necromorph appearances. They don't have any blades or anything. They use weapons. Later on they'll be using guns. However, if you cut off their arms, they'll lose everything above they'll lose everything above their waist and gain tentacles out of their waist and attack you that way. And if you cut off their legs, they will take tentacles out of their waist and crawl at you, shooting you. They are the most tanky one of the most tanky enemies. You got your notes for I don't have my notes. That's alright, I remember them. After looking at them the other day, I remember what I need to craft. Dead Space 3 is quite tough in that, unlike the other games, the plasma cutter is utter trash without upgrades. And also, the enemies in general have been sped up. Enemies are much quicker in this game than in the other two. Alright, See ya, Toad. Hope you enjoyed the stream.
Looks like the train was getting a new power car. We're gonna have to put it back together.
Isaac's building his own train.
Train assembly incomplete. Please attach engine and fuel car before initiating departure sequence. All train cars are aligned. Departure process initializing. Please board to the rear of the train.
All right, Norton. The train's hooked up and ready to head out the south gate. You can't miss it. It'll be the only thing moving.
All right, understood. I'll close in once you clear the city. Be ready for pickup. This is gonna be tricky.
Oh, whoops. Well, that's a time loss. I was like a frame too early on the checkpoint restart. Feels bad, man.
Norton, the train's hooked up and ready to head out the south gate. You can't miss it. It'll be the only thing moving.
All right, understood. I'll close in once you clear the city. Be ready for pickup. This is gonna be tricky.
There we go. So the checkpoint restart there is supposed to skip the dialogue.
Norton, which ship is the Eudora?
The bigger one that just flew over your head. Yes, lost the main battery.
Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to climb that ladder. I always forget that the checkpoint activates when you grab the ladder, not when you climb it.
It's now or never, Isaac. Come on.
Captain, I've got it. Take us out of here now.
Just imagining Isaac waking up to this music. That's Carver. Carver is one of the main characters of the story, and it's the other playable character. If you play co-op, the second player plays Carver.
Thanks for the rescue back there. Try harder next time.
Nice weekend. Yeah. Good, we're almost there.
Alright, see ya, man.
Good, man.
Listen up. 13 days ago, Agent Ellie Langford and her team attempted a blind shot.
Yes, co-op is not very optimized, but co-op is the fastest way to play this game.
Our number one priority is finding
Because in co-op, you're able to run into each other, and then you can clip through walls. It's called co-op clipping, and it skips extra areas on top of what you can do in single player.
15 seconds.
Standing by to do shot.
All right, people, going in blind. Stay tight on that exit vector. Rosen, count it out.
Exit beacon locked. Shocking in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The hell is that?
Moon. What's left of one. Rosen!
I see it! Christ, this place is a junkyard.
More like a graveyard. Any sign of Ellie's ship?
I'm reading several transponders, but none of them are ours. According to the registry, they're sovereign colonies' warships.
Serious? You're over 200 years old.
I'm getting something.
Alright, so we've warped to this planet.
Coming from that
because Ellie's supposed to be here. And we found a bunch of these old ships that are 200 years old. They're all old, dilapidated. They are full of mines, which take out our ship. And there's a moon that's been exploded, which is what it looks like. Isaac has become competent in the third game.
Where can I find an EVA suit? Down that way!
He barely even bats an eye about fighting necromorphs anymore. He's like, I'm just sick of this shit. This section, a bit weird. There are 2 explosions on this path, and depending on your angle and with your momentum, you can get knocked forward or backwards, like that. Ideally, you want to get knocked forwards twice, just to save a little bit of time. Alright, so we got our suit. And this is the suit we'll be using for pretty much the entire game. It will receive some minor alterations later. And unless I mess up a trick, if I mess up a trick near the end of the game, my suit changes. So.
Okay, I can see the room.
So we've ejected. The rest of the crew is inside this box. Now we got one of these jump sections. There are a lot of these jump sections in Dead Space 3.
I can't slow it down. Try to steer towards me. I can almost reach you. Whoa, mine! Mine! Isaac, where are you? I'm coming. Just hang on. Hey, watch it! Watch it! I can't see around it! Then punch through it! Oh no! Oh no!
Alright, so we checkpoint restart here to skip a cutscene. Most cutscenes are unskippable, but there are a few like that one that we can skip. And then we have the first out of bounds of the game. So this is the Roanoke. And it's one of the dilapidated ships. And we're supposed to go in through the front door, let our crew in, do a bunch of other stuff, have a chat. But we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to fly over here. The interesting thing about the Roanoke, the developers missed a wall. So you can just fly through that wall. So I'm inside the ship now. And if you come down here, there's a checkpoint. And it puts us inside.
Dead end.
As you can see, Wildly is still early game necromorphs. Unlike the other two games, I'm not able to one-shot limbs with the plasma cutter, which is why this game is like so much tougher. How much should I skip it at? That saves that only saves about 30 seconds, but it makes some things a lot easier. Like the section is pretty annoying. You just gotta learn to wait for some talking. That's the smallest skip in the game, but it's also the easiest. So there are much bigger skips later on that skip like 10, 20, 30 minutes. I don't know if there are any that skip 30 minutes, but there are some that skip 20. Alright, this section sucks in New Game. I have to activate all 3 of these generators. While I'm turning these, if I take any damage, it stops and I have to retry. Cool.
Hey, here we have power. The crossover just opened up. Rosen, Lockyer, stay put. Isaac Carver will rendezvous with the Spire. Got it.
Alright, see you later, Ness. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for the raid. We found Ellie. Oh, shit. She's with this guy now. Oh no. And then we meet the best character, and also the worst character. Buckle and Santos. Buckle and Santos. Santos is stupid. Buckle is cool.
It's true you can't decipher the Maka script. This mission might still have
Yeah, and so Ellie, if you check, it's hard to see. It might be easy when she gets closer, but I might not be able to see it on stream, but she has 2 different color eyes, because one of her eyes got poked out in Dead Space 2. She got a replacement. She's with Norton, and this starts the love triangle that prevails through Dead Space 3 between Isaac, Ellie, and Norton.
Isaac, sorry about that. What's going on? I mean, that was quick. The world is ending, and all you can think about is us?
Damn right. I never gave up on it.
Oh no, you get up on the world.
I paid my dues. Or don't you think I'm fucked up enough already?
Isaac, this is do or die. We're stuck without your help. Are you with me?
Doesn't look like I have a choice.
Alright. So,
Now,
we're supposed to go back through and activate all these generators again, because the path to the exit is blocked off. However, you can actually avoid this. We back up into this corner, we get some height off the ground, and then we walk over here, crouch, get on this railing. So now we're out of bounds. And then we just kind of get on that railing, and we're at the door.
Admiral's quarters. Don't leave me waiting.
Alright, so we're going to checkpoint restart here. This is not something you do in New Game Plus, it's just a New Game thing. That despawns almost all the enemies. Because otherwise all the enemies from before when I walk through this area will still be here and there'll be like 6 or 7 necromorphs. And it will take way too long to kill them in New Game. In New Game Plus you can just like one-shot them all. So now we're at the Admiral's quarters. And we found this marker scroll. Someone who else who was touched by the marker wrote a lot of shit on the wall. Probably in shit. And her blood.
Ellie, Carver, reach the Admiral's quarters. Isaac's. Hey, Isaac!
Isaac? Carver, what's going on?
Isaac! Hey! Hey!
What is it? What's going on?
Nothing, nothing. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Ellie, the Admiral was obsessed with making a key.
A key to what?
Hey! A key to what?
Some sort of alien device. Machine. I think that she was able to control the markers.
Oh my god.
She wanted to turn it off. She wrote that over and over again like a mantra.
Or instructions. This is exactly what we've been looking for.
Someone else sniffed the markers.
They found the
So what they discern from this wall is that there is a machine on this planet
Let's regroup in the control room.
that controls the markers. And if they can turn it off, it can turn off the markers.
Buckle here. Found a scrap transport shuttle called the Trilogy.
So, but the problem is, they do not have a ship.
Planet surface.
No chance. We find the shuttle, then we're getting the hell out of here.
Damn it, Robert. If we don't
They need to find. They need to basically build a ship,
Either way, it looks like the shuttles
like
are
like cobble together a ship that can survive re-entry.
Ship of the fleet. Terra Nova. But it's a long walk.
Well, they must have had some way to travel between ships.
If there's a way, we'll find it.
Admiral Graves asked me to prepare this information for him. When the black marker was exhumed on the Earth,
Isaac, there you are.
Alright, so this is.
Found a maintenance craft. A ship. It doesn't go very far or very fast, but it will take you to the ultimate ships. Here, I'm sending you the coordinates.
Now, let's get the shuttle so we can head home already.
Shit! Fuck! I pressed the wrong button.
Hey, hey, we'll get the shuttle first and decide what to do with it. There's a bit on the same server with this.
Yeah, that's gonna cost me some time.
Better weapon than this one.
That's smart thinking.
Only a few seconds though. So introduced in Dead Space 3 is a full weapon crafting system. So what I just did was, you start the game with a plasma cutter and a little SMG. I haven't mentioned the SMG because it's absolute garbage. So what I did was, I sold basically a bunch of the parts of the plasma cutter. Checkpoint reset to skip that dialogue. I sold a bunch of parts of the plasma cutter, and then I changed the SMG into a revolver, and put the plasma cutter on it.
Do you guys hear this?
So right now my gun, my primary fire is a revolver. My secondary fire is a plasma cutter that I can't turn. So it's only horizontal.
I'll check into it, Santos. Isaac out.
Alright. Now I got a big skip coming up. Hopefully I can do it. Can't hold it gangster style to turn it? No, I can't. Unfortunately. Alright, so we've made our way to the next ship, the Terra Nova. Terra Nova is the biggest ship, and it's got a few chapters in it. But what we're going to do is we're going to get behind this thing here. We're going to swing our camera up and then hit the 0G align button to bring it back down, bring Isaac back down. And with any luck...
There must be more details to be record somewhere. I'll take a look around the ship.
Oh my god, this is trolling me. There we go. No, don't pull me back in now. Alright, so now we're out of bounds. Set this up. Come on, I'm touching the door. Hello? Door? Alright, I can just run into you, but you won't appear. Let's try this again. There we go. What the hell? Alright, whatever. If you go to a certain spot in space, the door appears. You open the door. It brings you back into the ship. You've skipped a bunch of triggers. So this little tram appears, even though it's not supposed to. And it lets you leave that chapter early. Skipping that whole chapter.
Okay, I made it to the tram. Looks like it stops at the mid and aft station.
The aft station's where the shuttle is parked.
And what about mid station?
Well, that would be the conning tower. Hey, now this is interesting. Records indicate a number of useful tools and salvage were signed out from storage there by a Lieutenant Tucker Edwards. Could be worth a look.
Alright, so we're heading to mid station.
If I check it out, I'll let you know.
We're gonna continue on past mid station. Mid station is an optional mission. Unlike in the other games, there are side quests and stuff in Dead Space 3. So at some point in this next chapter, I need to check my restart because, as you see, because of the glitch, I still have my air meter. The game hasn't realized that I'm not in a vacuum. Also, regenerator.
We'll have to remote pilot it back to the repair bay on the Roanoke.
Yeah, right. Let me look around.
If this air meter runs out, I die.
I can transfer the
When I checkpoint restart at that point, because I grabbed the item and it updated my objective, and when I checkpoint restart, my objective stays updated. So I'm able to just go across now. What I have to do is I have to grab the 3 parts of a nav module. Isaac can hold his breath. You don't die straight away. You don't. When you run out of air, you don't die straight away. You start dying. Looks like I'm in for a fight. You get over here. I tried to craft the item before the guys got me, but it didn't work. Alright, so we created a nav card. We put it in this shuttle here, because we're going to use this shuttle to build a ship that can take us down to the planet. The problem is it's not airtight at the moment. So we've created that nav card so we could remote pilot it back to the other ship so we could repair it.
I'll head up and refuel the shuttle. We can try restarting it after that.
Alright, so now we just gotta wait for the refueling. We're gonna get attacked by a bunch of necromorphs. This game works on, unlike the other games, this game works on an universal ammo system. So instead of getting, say, plasma cutter ammo and line gun ammo, you get just ammo. However, what I should not be doing, that I am doing, oh, you can't drop that shit. Forgot you can't drop those. Is every time you reload, you lose all the ammo that is still in the clip. In either gun. Like in either the top or the bottom. So, if you like shoot one bullet and reload, you've wasted a bunch of ammo. Luckily, ammo is pretty plentiful. Alright. So, due to some mistakes on people's parts, Ellie, this area is getting set on fire. So we need to get out. It'd be good if I didn't have 72 shots from my revolver and 120 for the plasma cutter. I messed it up. There's a trick you can do there. If you stand in the right spot on that little gondola thing, you can clip outside of it and then just jump, just like fall down to the bottom level instead of taking this elevator. Alright, so I'm gonna crouch in this elevator. There's a trigger, once this elevator opens, there's a trigger to slow down my movement. However, the trigger is only Isaac standing goes to Isaac slowed down movement. If you're crouched when you hit the trigger, the game gets confused, and, well, because it's like, you're not standing, what do I do? And it just stands you up, without slowing you down. You gotta be really careful with it though, because if you do it here, if you run to the gun for that turret section, if you run there too fast, you have to wait like the tiniest amount of time, but if you run there just a bit too fast, you soft lock the game. Because the game's like, how are you here? How did you get here so quickly? I'm not ready. Just hold on a second. You only have to wait like not even a full second. It's like really tiny amount of time to avoid it, but
So, how's the shovel?
Yeah, this thing needs more than plating. It's missing the port end.
There's a tool right near the Greeley. It could be a shovel.
We should check it out.
everyone's having a chat.
You're on engine duty.
But sir, my legs.
Yeah, I'm not.
The ship needs a new engine, so we're gonna go get a new engine.
Hey, Rose, I'll meet you there. Whatever.
Dressed up like $1 million. Drop my heart to look like super duper. Mr. Cooper, come let's mix where Rockefeller walking sticks for umbrellas in their midst. Put on
Good old physics. So this is the Greeley. The Greeley is that big ship in the upper left.
You wanted an engine?
We're not going to go in it because that's an optional mission. But we need to come over here because we found an engine.
You always just help. Hey, some of us just want to go home, all right? I've disconnected all the lines and service tubes, but hell if I know how to get it out of there.
I'll figure it out. Go get your equipment together so we can tow it back to the repair bay.
There we go.
You think you can handle it from here?
Alright, cool. If you get away from the engine quick enough, you can skip some dialogue.
Well, not quite. We're gonna get tossed around like a midget.
But yeah. You get the engine out for the other guy who's standing next to the engine, who's like flying next to the engine. Because he's useless. And then you can leave this area.
I'll search outside of Roanoke.
Look for small satellites with 4 solar panels sticking out.
Satellites with solar panels. Got it.
But Errand Boy Isaac is not done yet. We have another errand to run before we can take off with this ship. We need to know the atmosphere conditions and stuff, like where are good parts in the atmosphere to go through and stuff, and that's held in these nav cards. Well, not nav, these like little cards. I have to get 3 of them. So we're back at the Roanoke. And see that solar panel thing in front of me? We have to get to 3 of those. And then go inside the Roanoke and craft the item. Unfortunately, we cannot use the outer bounds again. Because whereas last time there was a checkpoint that we could use to load into the Roanoke, there isn't a checkpoint in there this time. So we have to go in through the front door.
Great. There should be more floating around the Roanoke.
Okay, I'll see what I can turn up. I think I have enough flight recorders to reconstruct a safe route to the planet.
Great. What's next?
I put it all together into a navigation module and then plug it into the shuttle. I just need to find a bench. Should be easy enough.
Are you being chased by a mine? Yes, I am. The mines will chase you.
Thank God. Now let's plot a course for the nearest shipping lane and get the hell out of here.
Robert. We're going to the planet.
Ellie, I know that's how this all started, but we are way over our heads. We can't take on a whole planet full of those goddamn things.
If not us, then who? Asgard is gone. Robert, we're the only ones left who can do this, and you know it.
Ellie, you have to admit it sounds crazy. I mean, how do we know there's really a solution down there?
Because you told me. In the Admiral's quarters, you said, turn it on. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
Damn straight. Captain, we can't pass the cup. Carter, I don't need your mutiny on top of all this. If I say we're not going through...
Alright, so the ship is ready to go. So let's get in.
Well, I'm glad to see you too. What's that look for?
Hi, Ellie.
This is going to work, right?
The window's coming up. We go now or not at all. Hey, what's up with the oxygen injector?
Oh, never mind. The ship's not ready to go. The incompetent crew messed up again.
Those pots loose, the cabin fire's gonna burn us up before the atmosphere does. Do me a favor. Find the pressure reading on the main console and let me know when I have a solid seal.
Hey, mock this. There we go. Now the ship's ready to go. So now we get to fly a ship.
There we go. Pressure is rising. And it's steady. Ready when you are.
This is suicide. Those mines will rip this ship apart.
It'll hold. Okay, everyone. Let's see if this thing can fly.
Fuel lines are go.
What's good? Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. What about you?
Targeting computer spinning up. Okay, Isaac. You have the controls.
I got PBs in Dead Space 1 and 2. Well, Dead Space 1 isn't a PB, but it'll be up on the leaderboard. Once I finish the stream. Oh, nice, dude. After that was mostly just me showing off skips. Anyway, flying the ship. So we use the wads to just... hello, game? Game? I can't shoot. I mean, this isn't much of a problem. I'm just gonna have to dodge all these mines instead.
Here's where the fun begins.
3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna die. You basically need...
Everybody strap in. This is gonna be rough.
I will be back in a moment. I'll still be playing and just turning my mic off.
Give me a course correction. We can't correct now. We'll miss our window. This angle, we won't reach the window. Okay, I'm sending you a new vector.
Without the thrusters, we're dropping like a rock.
Hang on. I gotta go refuel the tank.
This might just be run over. Actually, no, I should be okay. Because, yeah, I can't shoot anything. I've never seen this happen before. I wonder what caused it. And it's like, I died and reset and I still can't shoot. That is true. I played this last night and the game crashed last night.
I can't see anything. What's our altitude?
There's blood on the gauge. I can't read it.
Dodge the things! Oh fuck! Ah, shit! Oh, she gone. Here we go. Alright, we're good. We're good. So now we're down at the planet. Our suit has been broken. So this introduces a new mechanic. Temperature. I can manage it by staying near fires and stuff. But if my temperature goes too low, I die from hypothermia. Too low for too long, I should say. So I gotta like stay near fires. Later on in the level I can get indoors in heated areas so I can keep my temperature up.
Ellie, no.
Hey, Ubershark. Yes, it's in real measurements. In Celsius. So, also in these sections you get slowed down a lot. You'll see me raise my weapon. If you've got a one-handed frame weapon, in these slowed down sections it's faster to have the weapon aimed up. Kelvin is just Celsius with an offset. Also, I don't think I can change it.
Ellie! Ellie!
Ellie! No! It's Ellie! No, no, no. Never mind. It's a boy! Kelvin is, a scientific measurement. 0 is at absolute 0. Like, 0 degrees Kelvin is absolute 0. The coldest anything. Well, you can't actually get something to absolute 0, but... it's like negative 250 something, I don't know. Something like that. That was a snow beast.
Ellie. Come in. Ellie.
Alright, so this room has like a little cutscene thing in it. However... oh, I messed it up. Shit. I messed up the order. Never mind. You're supposed to... if you open that door first... if you open the door first... and then turn the power on... you'll skip that little bit there. I always get it the wrong way around. So the snow beast is just around, just messing up our stuff. Making life annoying. So there's this building to my right. That's where I'm supposed to go. Because before we leave this area, we're supposed to fix our suit. There's a door ahead of me where it's like, there's a blizzard on the other side. You can't leave without a proper thermal insulating suit. So you're supposed to go and get the snowsuit. However, we're just going to kind of run into this wall, and because our frame rate is up pretty high, the way collision works in Dead Space, it's going to send me up the wall. Alright, so we get over that. And now we're out of bounds. And we run over this stuff. And here's the door, it's like, don't go, there's a blizzard. So we get past, check my restart. And now we're on the other side. And we've skipped a whole chapter. Another interesting thing, this saves about 4 minutes, no. 6 or 7 minutes. And a really interesting thing about this too is it causes this suit is still the broken suit. Although the game, because we passed the point where you can't have a broken suit anymore, the game's put our helmet back on, even though the helmet's like fucked, and is like, yeah, your suit's fine. It's all good. There are holes in my suit right now. I'm all bloody. My health bar is actually crooked on my back. It's hard to see because the way Isaac hunches over. And one of the most notable things is in cutscenes where Isaac takes his helmet off, you'll see that his face is all still bloody and covered in snow. Which Dead Space is the easiest to run? That's a good question. I would say probably the first game. The first game is not hard. It's the worst of the three to run. I think it's boring. But it is the easiest one. There's only one skip, it's at the end of the game, it's super easy, like 100% consistent if you know how to do it. And then the rest of the game is just do the chapters. When will the game decide to mysteriously fix your spray suit? It doesn't. I will keep this suit like this for the rest of the game. Unless there is one situation where it will fix it. If I ever quit out and load back in, it will give me the snowsuit. And the only situation where that might occur is if I mess up a skip that's not for quite a while. Like, the skip is like 2 hours into the run. And we're about, so it's about an hour off from where we are now. If I mess that skip up, I have to go back to the menu to retry, so... By the way, this is the Snow Beast. This fight is actually really hard on New Game. Well, not really, but it's a pain in the ass. That was really nice. Because of this shit. He just runs at you and it's so fucking hard to hit him. Because you gotta hit him multiple times. Oh my god. Gonna charge me. Dodge! Oh my fucking god. Come on, dude. This fight is a lot easier if you have stasis. Unfortunately, I do not. Anyway, that's the end of the fight. He runs away. In Dead Space 3, you fight him 3 times. In the speedrun, you only fight him twice because we skipped the second fight. I didn't need to pick up that heavy standard frame, I've already got one. Unfortunately, unlike the other ones, you can't pick up unlike the other games, you can't drop special items once you pick them up. So if you pick up... So like I picked up a bunch of weapon parts, I can't drop them from my inventory. The only way to get rid of them is to go to a bench.
About time. Isaac.
Isaac, you made it.
Thank God.
I knew you'd catch up.
Good to see you made it, Isaac. You know, maybe we should give you two some time alone, huh?
What the hell does that mean?
It means for someone who's in the past, you're awfully glad to see him.
We need him. This mission needs him.
We need him or you need him?
Hey, you got something to say to me, Captain?
Stop. Just stop. We need to shut down that damn machine, and we don't even know where it is yet.
I do. I mean, I think I know how to find it. Well, I've been digging through what's left of the research notes, and...
I thought all that stuff was destroyed.
Well, computer data, yes. But the written logs discuss a signal tracking experiment that pinpointed the machine's exact location. Well, I think if we repeat it, we can do the same. But it's at the other end of the complex.
Yeah, fine. Fine, let's have a look. I could use a change of scenery.
He's a real asshole, you know that?
So it's you and Norton, buttonheads. You don't like him, you don't like you. You especially don't like that Ellie likes you.
Hey, wait for Isaac. Isaac, we're just outside.
Yeah, and we're freezing. Hurry your ass up. Everybody move!
How the hell did Danik's men find us? Come on! Come on! Run!
So mysteriously, the Unitologists have found us. They shouldn't have been able to find us. You can't track someone through this universe's the shock point drive, which is this universe's like faster than light drive. So somehow they found us.
That's impossible. Not through shock space.
Yeah? Well, they did.
Ellie, can you make it to the warehouse?
Oh, God.
Where are they coming? Get you guys over here. He's
They really want to go space numbers. Kind of, except the Unitologists will fight the Necromorphs. It's pretty nice. So like, there's some Unitologists here. One of them has a rocket launcher, which is kind of annoying. Except now a bunch of Necromorphs have spawned, and now they'll fight each other. No, there is a reason. There is a reason. It's just I'll have to explain it later because the reason gets skipped. No, wait, kind of gets skipped. Part of it does.
The signal tracking experiment should be
It's off. Oh god, shotgun guy. So there are basically 3 kinds of soldiers. There's machine gun guys, which are not a threat at all. They're just kind of a nuisance. Shotgun guys, which are a real threat. and also a nuisance because if they shoot you, you lose all momentum. And rocket launcher guys, which are very much annoying and a threat. Most enemies are machine gun guys. They also have grenades. They'll throw grenades at you. They have frag grenades as well as stasis grenades. They can throw stasis grenades which will stasis you, which is really annoying. Although, if you get hit by one, it's your own fault. They're really easy to avoid. So, there's a big fight coming up. Normally in New Game Plus you just do the fight, but I'm gonna do an extra skip just to avoid it, because the fight's really hard with this shitty weapon. I'm gonna climb up on here using the bad collision. And just kind of go, drop back down on the other side of the trigger. This starts the fight. So there'll be one enemy. As you can see, that's the splitting I was talking about earlier in the run that those guys do. It's really annoying because they become invulnerable. Once they decide to split, they become invulnerable. You can kill them without splitting, but yeah. So they can even tank the strongest weapon in the game or one-shot even bigger enemies than them by just deciding that, hey, I'm gonna split now, and then they become invulnerable, and it's like, well. Alright, this is the drill. You may have seen this in promo stuff for Dead Space 3, where they get stuck in a room with a giant drill. I'm going to try and avoid that by climbing up on here. This is the highest frame rate required trick in the main game. Cool. Gonna clip through there. So now we're out of bounds. Gonna run back up this way. Hey Sleepwalker, thanks to the host. Oh, come on. This bit's really tough. Alright, cool. So, basically we did all that to get inside the drill room without turning on the power, and if you don't turn on the power, the drill has no collision. And so you can just walk through the drill and walk out. Wait, shit.
This is such a wonderful opportunity. The son of a bitch is frozen solid. How do we get in?
The scientists use heat exchangers. Let me try to ignite them. No good.
It's probably the furnace on the roof. If I can find it, I can get it running.
Isaac, be careful up there, alright?
I know it's a bit slow, but it's alright. Alright, so we've done some crafting. And basically what they were talking about is there's this giant necromorph, that one there, probably can't see it very well, and the way the marker signal works is it goes from the source to the bigger necromorphs first, and then filters down to the smaller ones. And so we're going to go, the plot is we're going to go inside the stomach of the big necromorph to use a special tool to track down where the marker signal is coming from. So we can track down the machine to turn it off to stop the markers. We're going to skip this. This is a long ass section because you've got to backtrack a bunch to create the weapon, the tool to track it down. And yeah. as for crafting, I took the plasma cutter off of my revolver, and so now this weapon is a... It is a, oh fuck, what is the gun called? Fuck, I've forgotten what it's called. Contact beam. It's a contact beam on top and a grenade launcher on the bottom. And then we're doing this trick here so we can call the elevator down and then leave the elevator as it's closing. And then what we need to do is we need to clip into this bit here, like this. Okay, cool. Now we gotta wait for the elevator to go all the way down. So we want to clip inside this elevator part here like this, because we want to be able to call the elevator up, which we can do from here. And we could also do if we just walked out. But what this lets us do is it also lets us go back into the elevator shaft. So we're going to call the elevator back up and then drop down on top of the elevator. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We wait for a 12 count because you want to drop onto the elevator at the right time. The time's pretty lenient, but it needs to be early enough that the bottom level is still loaded, the bottom part of where the elevator goes to, and not so early that the top level has time to reload. So a 12 count does this pretty well. See, the top level hasn't loaded, so we just wait for the elevator to stop, and then we run off the back here, drop back down onto the bottom level, and this is go to this door. We just kind of inch our way to the side here, and we hit a checkpoint. And it puts us on the other side of the door. This skips about 10 to 20 minutes of the game if you're doing it as a speedrun. It skips a lot more if you're playing casually.
You wouldn't believe the trouble you've saved me. Nice work.
What?
Well, here he is. The marker killer, Isaac Clarke. And here we are. The marker homeworld. You know, I must admit, I almost didn't believe such a place existed. But thanks to your friend, Norton, I finally found it.
That's how they followed us through shock space.
Well, oh, he is a bright one.
All he wants is Isaac. Carver, the rest of us can go home.
Yeah, it skips having to go to this other area, get all the parts for the weapon, create the weapon, going into the stomach of the necromorph, doing the whole stomach section, coming back out, watching some more cutscenes, and then heading to this.
Jesus, spare us the bullshit.
I've spent an entire lifetime.
It also skips defrosting the necromorph, which is what you go up that elevator to do in the first place. Is you go up there to turn the furnaces on so you can defrost it.
And now, I just have one problem left to purge.
And also a bunch of cutscenes.
All of you.
No, you promised me a ship, Danik. We had a deal.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. But I can't afford to leave even one of you left alive. Apologies for misleading you, Captain.
So, as was just discussed in that cutscene, Norton betrayed us. He sold us out to the Unitologists. And for what he expected was the Unitologists were going to take Isaac and let the rest of them go. Which works well for him, because he doesn't like Isaac. Because Ellie likes Isaac, and he's Ellie's boyfriend. And then we run forward. We got a boss fight.
Come on! You're fucking kidding me? There's 3 of them! Move, Stuart! Move!
Unitology is not exactly the same as Scientology. It draws some pretty obvious and heavy influences from Scientology. The original idea was she would never know, but the unitologists have backed out on their decision, and they're gonna kill them all, instead of just Isaac. Wait, what the hell? Where's his mouth part? Wait. What the fuck? Am I just dead? Nah, I'm just kidding. This is the next part of the fight. Oh my god, this is it's such a pain in the ass on New Game. You can instant kill these in New Game Plus. Oh my god. Oh, come on. These guys are such trolls, dude. Get out of there. Bit static in the mobile game, Dead Space Mobile, you turn into a necromorph while you're going crazy. Like, you'll like suddenly see yourself as a necromorph for a while and shit. So obviously, Norton is pissed at us for finding out that he betrayed us. But he's dead now. It's okay.
Fuck. Come on. He won't stay dead forever, not around here.
But Norton will have the last laugh.
You tell him the truth. Now let's go.
Watch the right side of the screen. As he flies off into space. I will say, they did a pretty good job of translating a third-person shooter into touch controls.
Isaac.
It's basically just a collision. It's a with the way collision works on higher FPS, and it's just his body freaks out and just flies off. Sometimes you can find it. Sometimes it lands inbound. Most of the time it just flies off to never ever land.
He was ready to kill us. Isaac did what he had to do to save the mission. Come on, we gotta keep moving.
Now there are only 4 of us left.
So Santos is having a bitch, because Santos is a bitch. And Ellie is like super fucking confused. Like she's like, wait, what? He betrayed us? Wait, what? You fucking shot him? What are you doing, Isaac? Like, you were probably gonna win the love triangle anyway. Why'd you have to shoot him? What happened to the cool old dude? He's off doing his own adventure. In the speedrun canon, he's off doing his own awesome adventures. In the actual game, he dies back when you're supposed to fix your suit. Really? But because we skip his death, he never died. He never died. Can you not game? Like, seriously. Maybe coal miner, maybe. Why the tap tap? It's faster to spam the W button than to actually climb these properly. The faster you spam it, the faster you climb. I'm not spamming it that fast because I'm not a fucking psychopath. Because I mean I can do this.
Ellie, come on. Norton was pointing a gun at my face.
Alright, so there's another one of those triggers. There's another one of those triggers that slow you down, but if you're crouching when you hit it, like I just did, you don't get hit by it.
Find someone else to help me, and now he's dead. You sabotaged it, just like everything else.
What's that supposed to mean? Is that what you really think?
Yes, they brought you here at gunpoint. I guess that's what
I
it's
bet Mrs. Linney would enjoy that part of the run.
Well, Norton said because someone put one to his.
Jesus.
Guys, I found a cargo cage. It's wedged to the cliff. I'll try to free the city down. Ellie, you hear me?
We see it.
The cage is on its way now. Ellie, can you see it? Ellie.
Oh God! Look out! That's us! Get behind me!
Ah, shit! Try to drive it away, Ellie!
Get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Isaac, we're okay. We drove it off.
Oh, thank God.
Look, about Robert. I just don't understand why he would try to kill you.
He blamed me for all the trouble we're in. He
So, Ellie's in denial that Norton is a bastard. Oh god. Oh, stasis! Stasis! Shit. Oh my god. I got kind of wrecked there. So I need to open these boxes. Because I need... These boxes always drop stasis recharges. And you need them for this fucking climb. This climb is super glitchy. And also the stuff trying to fall on you. Shit, I'm out of stasis. Please don't get unstasis and kill me. Oh god! The fuck?! Oh god, don't fucking touch me.
Hang on to something.
Wait! I don't like this.
Just don't look down. What's our next step?
This cutscene that's coming up is the entire reason why I hate Santos. Because she's a stupid bitch. Well, not really a bitch, but she's so fucking stupid.
We have to make one.
How do we do that?
The same way they did 200 years ago. To protect his research.
Take it easy, take it easy. Just blown a fuse. Maybe I can divert power from the lights. So, tell me about this, Rosetta.
Well, we don't know much. Just that the codex was made from her research.
Where will we find it?
In the facility at the top of this mountain.
Great. See? We're almost done.
Alright. Right here. So they're on this winch, right? And Santos is afraid of heights. And she really wants to get off this winch. Watch her not get off the winch.
See, that wasn't so bad. Not bad. I was crying the whole way. Just get me some solid ground under my
Santos! Carver, give me a hand! No, I got it! It's gonna take the whole cliff face down and us with it. I can reach her. Just hang on to the winch. Santos! Give me your hand! Isaac, it's too late for that! Take it! Cover, no!
Carver making the hard decisions.
God damn it! I had her! It was gonna take us all down with it!
Isaac, the cliff's falling apart!
Come on, damn it, give me your hand! I promised her! I could have reached her if I just had another second!
What's Carver's backstory? Danik killed his family. He neglected his family for a while, and it culminated in Danik finding them and killing them. something like that. So anyway, Snow Beast. Oh, I missed the roll.
Try to lure him to those tracking lasers.
What? How are you not in the fucking lasers? There it goes.
Use the torque control, quick! He's gonna break free.
Right, that's the Snow Beast. That's that thing dead. Yeah, he like neglected his family for a while, and then Danik found them and killed him, and he has like huge regrets about it. Why do you have a QTE for mechanical winch? Because you're controlling it with, kinesis. Alright, see you, Static. Hope you enjoyed it.
It's alright. You're a good man, Isaac. You did everything you could.
No, I didn't. I gave up, Ellie.
It's so awkward for them, like, to embrace with these fucking huge-ass body suits.
This must be the place. But how the hell do we find
Oh, she's clipping into that shit in the front of him.
She must have a lab up there someplace. We should look for an office or a set of files, anything with her name on it.
Keep up the wankers. Jesus, dude.
Come on. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'll be fine. You go on ahead.
I think she still clips, though.
I'll shoot directions to you. We'll meet at the facility.
Maybe I like my health bar being crooked. You know, maybe I like it this way. You ever thought about that, coal miner? Alright, so this is where Twitches get reintroduced into the game.
Heads up. Looks like Danik has had time to regroup.
Damn it. How do we find Rosetta if she's been dead for 200 years?
Wait a minute. There. Rosetta Lab. It's here.
Perfect. Send me the coordinates. Now let's hope Danik doesn't find us before we can build this codex.
He triggered Zeph. And that's what I'm talking about when I say that wasters are really tanky. That guy just took a shot from a contact beam and survived. Without losing any limbs.
And this is an assembly station.
Alright, so we're gonna have a chat with Ellie. He's just gonna fucking... Carver's just gonna stand there.
No.
And we have to assemble Rosetta.
Assemble Rosetta. They cut her into pieces? Oh my god.
Fuck this. They sliced her up. Why?
I don't know. But some of the pieces are already in assembly. I think I see another piece over there.
Wait, what? Coal miner?
Well, there should be a receptacle that feeds that into the lab's cataloging system.
Let's see if I can feed it in.
Alright, so the goal of this area is to get all the pieces of Rosetta.
Okay, I'll see if I can route that to...
So you can go to them in any order, and this has been routed out to find the best way. In co-op, you can actually skip this area, but in single player you can't. At least yet.
4 more pieces. They were checked out of storage by Dr. Serrano.
Oh, right.
There's buildings in the facility, so if there are more pieces, they're either in one.
I know what you're talking about now. Well, I had to give an answer for the people who, like, can't figure it out.
Well, you're in luck. Look what I found. A secure...
But the answers are always written somewhere around the piece anyway. Alright, she gives me the key, now I can go find the other pieces.
How assembling Rosetta will create a codex. I'll explore the labs and become the best.
This area is just... This area is awful. Even in New Game Plus, this area can wreck you. Because there are just so many enemies. I have a lot of medpacks.
Primary buildings in this facility. The one we're in now is biology. There's one for paleontology and one for geological studies.
Which one should I check out first? Why? There's something out there that wants to eat me?
That's not funny.
I know. Isaac out. There's nasty growth everywhere in here. It's blocking some of the doorways.
Is it organic? It says here there's a sterilization system that can destroy organic matter in case of a containment breach.
How much of this series, because you reckon, comes down to fetch quests? A good portion of Dead Space 1 is just fetch quests. And a not small portion of Dead Space 2 and 3. So this is a gas chamber. You can actually crouch under the door as it closes. And, yeah. It's supposed to be quarantined because this gas is supposed to destroy anything organic. But it doesn't destroy you. So you are Isaac. So we got a part here.
piece is it?
It's hard to tell from the cross-section, but it doesn't look like anything I recognize.
Okay, I'll get it prepped when it arrives.
And now Danik has found his way to the comms and is gonna have a chat with us. Alright, this is much less a puzzle than it appears. It's like, oh, they both turn different amounts, and they turn the center one different amounts, and you gotta line them all up. But in actuality, as long as you turn both sides 5 times each, regardless of the order that you turn them, it will always solve the puzzle.
One way to find out. Let's keep going.
A little trivia to put things in perspective. Fact. The original marker, the black marker found on Earth, predates the rise of mankind. Are you listening to this?
Let me do another one of these.
The marker exerts a field of influence that guides and grows biological organisms, evolving them over time to reach a purpose. You see where this is going?
Oh god, piss off. As evident, by this point in the game, even the revolver sucks. You're supposed to, if you were playing this game casually, you can one-shot those little guys. The whole point of them is that they swarm you, and supposed to overwhelm you with numbers, not with tankiness. Except, my weapons can't kill them. My grenade launcher might be able to kill them, and my contact beam can kill them, but my contact beam requires time to charge, and so you can't, it's not really feasible to use against them. Alright, Twitches are super fast, but apart from that, they are no threat at all. Stalkers. These are an enemy from Dead Space 2. They got introduced earlier in the game, but we skipped the part. All the other parts were there used. So this is the first time we see them in the speedrun. The only time, I believe. I might see occasional one.
Man is naturally compelled to create red markers, duplicates made in the image.
Yeah, it's always a bit interesting how Isaac is a better, more capable fighter than all of the soldiers. Oh god, piss off. Why is there a big man-made base? Okay, so 200 or something years before this, before the events of Dead Space 1, 2, and 3, there was basically a civil war. A civil war between two factions of humans, and this was, at this point, markers were already known about. Unitology had been founded, I'm pretty sure. Because there's a marker on Earth, right? And it was found, and the Aegis 7 one was created and tested, and Aegis 7 was locked off. But in order to try and win the war when they were losing, the I can't remember who it is, whatever the group was called, came here and built bases and stuff to try and they were trying to figure out how to harness the markers as a weapon to win the war. Now eventually they lost the war, and this place lost to history because basically they had a marker outbreak and they issued an order for everyone on the planet to kill themselves, and they did. Well, they killed themselves or they were killed by either necromorphs or the military.
Let's hope we can figure this thing out before Organic finds us.
Assembly complete. Initialization.
Alright, so we put Rosetta together. Oh my god, it's an alien!
Where's her face?
She doesn't have a face. It's not even a she. It's an it. Rosetta's an alien.
What? What does that mean? It means they used an alien brain to unlock the secrets of the alien machine. It's clever. All right, let's see what happens when we activate it. This could get a little weird. Fingers crossed.
No, the markers will cause hallucinations, general craziness. And then, after you die, the necromorphs come. So, this is the cutscene that it's kind of hard to explain. Well, no, it's pretty easy to explain. It's hard to understand what this cutscene is trying to show you. Basically, I'll let Isaac explain it and then I'll explain what he's saying.
Oh no. No, we've got it all wrong. This isn't the marker homeworld. The aliens, they found the markers just like us and it spread. It their bodies into the sky to form the final stage. Oh my god, the moon. The moon is the source of the marker signal, not the machine. The moon is convergence. The aliens, they built the machine to freeze the planet, to keep the moon from becoming whole. If the machine shuts down, everything thaws, and convergence has resumed, not just here, but everywhere the markers have spread.
And this is the key. Turning it all off. Thank you for doing all the heavy lifting.
No! It will home in on Earth's markers and hunt us down. You don't understand what you're doing.
I misunderstood initially, that's true, but it's all quite clear to me now. It's not only mankind's tampering which has hindered our glorious rebirth, but this alien machine as well.
Stay away from that machine, Danik.
No. And now that I have this, I'll be able to turn it off. The natives of this planet chose death over evolution. Now I'll make sure humanity doesn't make the same mistake. We will, all of us, be made whole.
Well, come on, kill them.
These are what we need. Hurry!
Isaac, the codex!
Son of a bitch! You jammed the door!
There's a manual override system in the control booth. I can open it from here.
No! You'll never make it out!
It's open. Go! I'm right behind you.
Door malfunction.
We gotta shut this door. Ellie, come on! Ellie!
It's no good. It's moving too fast. Isaac, just do it. Isaac! I love you.
Isaac! Hey! That gas is still coming! We gotta go! Now! She's all I got. This was her mission. She knew better than anyone how important it was. Now we've got to finish this for her! Got it? Do you got it? Yeah. Then let's go! Isaac, now! Isaac!
Rip Ellie. Anyway, I'm gonna explain the cutscene before that. So, basically, this planet, what they thought was the marker homeworld, it is not the marker homeworld. It's just another planet that was hit by markers. An alien race that was hit by them. The alien race were much more advanced than we are. Because that character was Nicole. Ellie doesn't appear until Dead Space 2. Isaac's first girlfriend is Nicole, she has blonde hair, she's in Dead Space 1. Yeah, so the aliens were much more advanced, and they built a machine to freeze the whole planet in order to stop the necromorphs. Now what happens is, when necromorph biomass reaches a certain point, they converge on the marker. When they converge on the marker, they basically form a giant moon-sized necromorph. Which is what the moon that's orbiting this planet is. It's a giant moon-sized necromorph. It's frozen because of the machine. Now, these moons, what happens is, once this necromorph moon is formed, it will create more markers and spread the marker infection to other worlds, to create more moons and spread more markers. So, and that's what convergence is. Convergence is when they form, when all the necromorphs form together and become the moon. Oh my god, I'm getting wrecked by this guy. You're an asshole. I have no med packs, what the hell? I'm probably dead. Oh, that's a make it. That's a make it too. I'm dead. The original marker origins are unknown, that's correct. Can I not pick this up and just grab his rocket? Hey, happy birthday, Tiger King. Yep, 28? Nice, dude. It was good, yeah. I am almost out of ammo. Shit. So this is a forced fight. It's pretty tough, unless you do this. So we get up on here. Now it's just a shooting gallery. Because melee enemies can't get up here, so they don't know how to get to me. I gotta deal with these soldiers though, because they can just shoot me. So now when you drop down to spawn the next wave. Oh god, don't kill me while I'm trying to get on the thing. Alright. Oh shit. Wish you were 28 again. Alright, this is the hardest skip in the game, and I might mess this up. So you can get to this point, use an explosive to knock yourself out of bounds. Alright, let go of the winch here. I'm gonna wait here to fall. You either wait here or there's a roll you can do, but the roll is... I don't know how to do it. I always mess it up, so... Hello? Well, rip. This is the skip I was talking about, so for anyone who is triggered by this, the broken suit, I can't have it anymore. Because in order to do the skip again, I have to go to the menu. And so now I've got a different suit. There we go. I don't know what happened last time. Hey Rummaster, thanks for those, dude. Oh my god, no, don't fall down here. This is not where I want to be. How the fuck do I get up? I'm getting high, I'm getting high. Alright, cool. Oh, fuck! Oh shit, I didn't... I missed it. I knew I should have practiced this trick before I did this marathon. This trick is so hard. Alright, one more try. If I miss it, I'm just gonna do that area normally.
Shit! Danny just left. There's no other way down? I'll head down on these cables. Just...
Yeah, whatever, Matt. Come back when you're as good at the rest of the game as me. You might be better than me at Descent Skip. But my general gameplay is just way better than yours. One of us has a sub 225. The other one is Matt. Okay. God, I have no ammo. See, here's the thing about saving and quitting and retrying this trick. Is, Oh, I missed the fucking Alright. Whatever. We'll just do the area normally. Oh, okay, whatever. It put me here? I'll do it again then. The thing about reloading from the menu like this is while it's putting me back up to where I was, it's saving my inventory at each time. So, like, any ammo I use, if I reload now, I'm gonna lose that ammo. This trick is hard, Matt. No matter how much you say it's easy, it is not fucking easy. It's the hardest trick in the run for a reason. I know he can't hear me, but... There we go. Whoa. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm just doing the area normally. What makes it hard? Exact landing spots, as well as, like, if you touch the wrong thing, you can despawn. If you touch the wrong thing, you can gain a lot of momentum and then just fly off. If you miss your landings... fucking hate this trick. Not being able to do this trick consistently is what stops me doing Dead Space 3. Like, trying to beat Sir Holloway's time. Because no matter how much I practice, I just can't do this trick. Come on, dude. Mouse! And while every other runner finds it, like, not that bad, it's just, I just can't do it. I don't know why. Anyway, that trick I was doing before, it's supposed to make you hit this cutscene here, this quick time event here. And I don't understand why it didn't hit me on that, hit it on the last attempt. I'm supposed to skip that whole section.
Where is everyone? All dead. Isaac Clarke? He shot the rest. Then radio for reinforcements! But how will they reach us? We can open the ventilation systems from in here. Clear a path for the dropships! Do it now!
Isaac, you alright? Carmony's here. He's headed to the machine. Can you reach him? I'm trying. Find a way to the city.
I'm trying not to get depressed, but every time I do a run of this game and miss that trick, I just get super fucking pissed off.
You see, the natives of this planet constructed a machine that froze the moon for formation, but it wasn't enough. Even half-formed, the moon's marker signal speaks to the markers back home. And it doesn't end there. There is a network of brethren moons spanning the stars. As each one completes, it connects to this network, making them aware. If this moon should complete, its brothers will all come, looking for food. But there is hope. The natives never finished configuring the machine. It wasn't meant to merely freeze the moon, it was meant to destroy it. You'll need the codex. It is the key to unlocking this machine and reconfiguring it.
What are you talking about? It always scales. I'm currently sitting on like 170 something marks among my other courses, but nothing can scale with it. Matt, I really don't need your shit right now. Yes, I understand I can't do that fucking skip. Yes, I understand that no matter how many hours I spend trying it, I don't know why I can't do it anymore. I used to get it every fucking run.
Shit. This must be ground zero.
That must be the machine.
Holy fuck, it's hot.
Yeah.
It is hot.
I need you to promise me something.
You'll get this done, right?
We'll get this done, Carver. You and me.
Yeah, but if I don't... I helped get us this far.
Whatever. I got 2 PBs, so...
Count for what?
I don't know, just... all the bad I've done.
Oh, shut up, Carver.
It's cold there.
You're a good man.
Yeah. Well, it's moving. It's starting to move into summer soon, so...
Isaac, I killed Santos.
It's starting to warm up, even though winter here isn't cold.
You just don't always end up doing well.
Yeah. Hey. I'm sorry about Ellie, man.
Me too. Me too.
This way! Clear that rubble! Look, Stan. It's not too late.
I'm turning back now, right?
Let's go get that codex.
Oh, -40. I put a jacket on when it's like anything under 20 degrees. Oh wait, no, what am I doing?
Part of the miraculous ecosystem, I assume.
It's alive, Danik. It's hungry, and it isn't alone. If you turn off the machine, you'll set it free. And then it and all its brothers find our markers, find us, and wipe us out.
How can you presume to know its intentions? You fear it because you don't understand.
Isaac! Danik! Shoot the thing to me!
Lucky fuck!
Isaac! He's getting away! Hang on! I got a plan!
Hello? Yeah, at that point they become the same thing.
This isn't the city, Carver. Oh, this is the machine.
Holy hell. Okay, you're the engineer. How do we fix it?
We'll follow Serrano's clues and reconfigure the machine. I just opened a conduit to the heart of the city. If there's a control center for the Codex, that's where it'll be. Meet me there.
Alright. We're almost there. There's still one more out of bounds.
Hey, Carver, I'll bet this supercharging effect might let us TK the limbs right off checkerboards while they're still moving. That's great. Thanks for the tip.
I can't remember what the reason for Fahrenheit being the way it is. Isn't it like Mercury or something? There's something reason for it, the way it's set up. We clip out of bounds, we climb out of bounds, and we're going to climb this wall. So this area is a lot of going back and forth through the alien machine. So like back to where I was just before, and then through to another area, setting up the machine to turn off the not turn off, but if you set the machine up properly, we can destroy the moon and stop the marker signal. But if we just go over here, we can get on the other side and skip all of that. So that's another like 10-15 minute skip. Can I not drop frames right at the end of my fucking stream, please? What happened to Bond villain guy? Oh, he's still around. Oh god, that was fucking close. By the way, Ellie's not dead. We kind of skipped the revelation that Ellie has survived.
Isaac, you know what's at stake. Okay, everybody calm down, okay? Danik, give me the Codex, or I will kill her! No! Isaac, what are you doing? You got a second chance. If he turns off the machine, we're all dead. Her? Us? Everyone. Don't let it all go dark, Isaac. There's more than one kind of right. No! revolution begin!
Now he's dead. But the moon is now awake. So instead of setting off the machine to kill the moon, we're gonna have a little chat here instead.
You have to go.
No! You two get out of here. Go back to Earth space. Tell them what we found. I'm staying. That's all I got left.
You can't stop it, Carver. Not without me. I'm the marker killer, remember?
Isaac.
I turned my back on the world because I was afraid of what needed to be done. Ellie, I'm not afraid anymore.
It's not just you. My brother just got home. And so now my internet's dying.
Don't come back for me. We both know I'm not going home.
Not normally this bad though. Yeah, because they took so long talking, now we've got another chapter to try and get to the fucking machine.
I see the machine! We have to get it before the moon does! Copy that! I'll meet you there!
I have to set that up so I can kill those two tentacles almost instantly. Because after you kill one, this guy shows up. And that guy will wreck you if you're still trying to kill the second one. Hello? What's that? Yeah, I'll open it. Come on, internet. Hold up. You only gotta survive a few more minutes. Final boss.
We gotta kill that thing? There's not enough ammo in the world. Then we'll have to make some up. Look, there's markers floating all around me. I can use this TK charging plate and throw them as weapons.
So while I'm on this platform, I have super kinesis and super stasis, which let me basically, I can just straight rip limbs off of necromorphs with kinesis. And this is a very apt way to kill the final boss of Dead Space. We use markers as our weapons. Oh my god, I missed again. Ah, shit. See ya, Matt. Make sure I eat this. And that is Dead Space 3.
So this is it, huh? We use that codex.
Yeah.
No more bullshit. We die here, now.
That was like a 2:45. Not great, but it was okay.
Isaac? Isaac? Are you there? Carver? Isaac? You're gone, aren't you? The Mark signal has gone too. Isaac, you did it. You really did it.
Earth-space coordinates confirmed. Shock drive enabled. Standing by.
There we go. Dead Space 3. What was my in-game time? In-game time is 2:47:14. Also, why did my music... At what point did my music stop? How long do you think you could take it down to? Well, if you did... Let's see, if you did Dead Space 3 in about 2:25... I'll say 2:30 for the sake of ease of calculation. Dead Space 2 in about 2:10. What is that? 5:40, and Dead Space 1 can be done in about 2.5. So wait. Did I calculate that right?